made a really great choice. This house is excellent. It's new, but it's empty, so you can go in and decorate any way you want. It's really wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get you started on your paperwork. I will need signatures of each and every occupant that's gonna be in the house, okay? I'm sorry, what? There are 10,000 of you?
2,000 years later.
Moving is such an exciting time. Let's see how the bees got here. Are you excited for the bees? Yes! The day has finally come. We are on our way to get the bees. We're gonna pick them up and bring them home so they can go in their hives. Hello, how are you? So we are at the place where we're picking up the bees. There's all sorts of equipment you can order as well. We ordered everything through the club, so it was a slightly cheaper price. These are the bees. They're packaged bees. There are other ways to buy bees, but the package just has bees and a queen in it, and that's it. And we are getting Italian bees
Here
today.
in the box.
Yeah.
Yep.
She got somebody in there with her.
Yes, she does.
Okay.
And she's got a red dot on her.
Oh, she's got a red. Okay.
So we
She
got
is
a
marked
queen that
red.
is marked.
Okay.
You have to usually
red.
pay a little extra to get a marked queen, but this is going to help us later when we go to do hive inspections and we have to see if the queen is actually still there. So the colors are an international standard. Red is for years that end in 3 and 7. So 2023, red queen.
We'll get
Oh,
one.
there we go.
Oh,
See her
there
up
she
there?
is. Yeah. But I didn't like that.
That is the queen up there. Cool. The shop was literally buzzing. Listen to them.
It goes right
So
in that
after
slot,
we
which
had a
goes in
brief
the
reminder of how to
Okay.
install bees
So
from
then
Kelly from
you're gonna set her
KP,
aside,
we went home.
right? We're going back to the...
So we just picked the bees up. They're in the back seat. If you listen very, very carefully, you can hear the buzzing. No, Mom. That was my mom. I'm really excited and I'm really nervous about it. But Mom, you were saying you were an expert?
I didn't say I was an expert. No.
She's driven with bees before.
I've driven
So.
with bees. And don't worry about it. They will end up home at your home
Safe
without
and
a problem.
Yes. And then I gotta put the frames in my box and then it should be all ready for the bees to go in. And I have all of my equipment now. Okay, I'm excited. I'll see you at home. It's such a weird concept to drive with bees in your car. Could you imagine if you got pulled over? Ma'am, do you have any weapons in the vehicle? No, just 20,000 bees. Oop, hold on. That's better. Here they are. And I also have what they call a queen extruder. It's just this piece of plastic with these holes in it. And the idea is that it doesn't let the queen get through, but it lets the other bees get through. And I'm just gonna put that between this bottom board and this brood box so that the queen doesn't escape in the next week while they're establishing themselves. And I'm gonna take out this board at the bottom. I'll soon actually put that board back in because we are not past our last frost or freeze date where I'm at, so I'll put that back in to help them keep warm. Also notice the entrance excluder. It is the small side and the hole is on the upper part of it. That's so if bees die, they can basically climb over them to get out instead of dead bees blocking the
I
hole.
have this as well. It's sugar water. It's a 1-to-1 mix. And I'm going to use it when I install the bees. Just spray them with it so that they have it's harder for them to fly out and they can eat it. So so they'll be essentially more docile when I put them in, because they won't be trying to fly around. I also have these two things I'm going to put in. They're frame holders, so I'm just going to hook them on the side of the box, and they're just going to hang out there, and then I can rest the frames on them, so I don't have to worry about putting the frames on the ground. That's how it works. I have this bee brush to help brush the bees in the direction I want them to go. And I have, this is a multi-purpose hive tool. So it has scrapers and sharp parts and things on it. I'll find out how those work. And
this is me spending 10 minutes struggling with the veil because there's so many zippers and velcros. So the first step here is to remove 6 frames from the center so I have space to put the bees in.
Spray them so they don't all fly out. I'm gonna turn the thing on.
I'm spraying them with the sugar water like I mentioned before to keep them all clumpy and not fly away. This gets them away from the entrance so when I open it they're not there to rush me.
Pry this top lid off. And I'm going to remove the queen. We have an escapee. And you can see her in there with a red dot, and there's some other bees in there as her attendants, and then there's some bees on the outside. I'm gonna have to take the metal part off and take out the cork that's on the candy side.
Yes, that's very important because this queen is not the queen of these bees yet. So they need a few days to acclimatize to her before she is let out. If she's let out too early, they might jump on her and kill her.
With the candy pointing to the top of the frame, around the frame, this way. And then put her in right there and use the rubber band to hold rubber band and hold it, put it on this way to make sure she doesn't move or anything. She's in there, she looks good, she's alive. I'm going to use this frame like this to make sure she's safe, and I'm going to put her back in. This sounds right, Mom. And then I pour the bees on top. Okay.
Yes, I recommend having somebody else there, if at least for moral support, or to record your videos in slow motion, as we'll see later. I'm just removing this can. It's just full of sugar water with a couple small holes in the bottom, and this is what they're eating out of while they're in transit.
And I'm going to take the bees, and I'm basically just going to dump them in. So, put them one side, and then dump them in. Does that look good, Mom? Okay. Then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna leave it right out here so these bees have an option of going into the hive.
I was scared because later I saw there was quite a few bees still on that box, but by the end of the second day, they had mostly all left.
Put the remaining frames in. And I'm just gonna gently lower them in so that the bees have the time to move out of the way. so I don't crush any bees. My dad is leaving, there's too many bees. Just gently put them in. They're on my hands and they tickle. So the bees have giant queen here. They put it on her. You can brush them down before you go in the video. Yeah, I'm brushing them. Cover. So like this, they're brushing the cracks. And go in. Sit the last way down. And then I'm just gonna push all of the frames to one side. So the frames, to make sure the frames are nice packed together so the bees don't try to build out on the frames, and then I'm just going to push it back so the frames are evenly spaced in. There's so many bees. I'm going to go ahead and put the feeder on top. Put me on top there. Should I take these out or no?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And should the Pro Suite, which is going to be their food. Yeah, I can lift it.
Okay, after telling him I was strong enough to lift it and I could do it myself, he decided that he was just going to do it anyway. Anyway, this is a really bad idea because he has no sort of bee protection on right now. And I had to mute this part because of, well, his language. Anyway, yeah, don't do this.
Yeah, well.
So we poured Pro Sweet into these feeders, which is basically like a really thick bee feed, and it's slightly better than sugar water, but you can just use sugar water.
Otherwise,
I'm putting the boards back on top because it's super thick. I didn't want to pour it right on the boards because it would keep the boards down for a long time.
I've gotten a little bit of this stuff on the side, so I just want to brush these bees off so I can put this lid on without, you know, feeling as potentially not crushing the bees. Okay. So there it is.
And you have your excluder in there?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lift the bees and I'm gonna put them
Face
right
the
here
hole towards their entrance.
so that they are encouraged as much as possible to go. And I'm just gonna...
All right, and that's it. You have successfully put the bees in their hive.
That should be it.
Just stopped. And I'm going to move very slowly.
And because my mom also wasn't wearing bee protection, and I think because she just likes free labor, she asked me to put her bees in her hive as well.
Okay, so there's one last thing I want / need to do is use something to secure my hive down, because I need to tell you My hive might have blown away. It was a big disaster. It's in the freaking tree. Ended up in the tree. Ended up all over the yard. So because it's still so light, because the bees haven't built anything out yet in the hive, I want to basically strap the hive down to the cinder blocks to discourage it from blowing away. And also to be like locking it, so I can't take a sneaky sneak and look at it before a week is up. Okay, that is not going anywhere. So it's strapped down just so it won't blow away. These are my dad's. He wants to let you know that they are on loan from the Museum of Dad, and then I need to go out and buy my own. But for now, he has graciously let me borrow them to keep the bees in place. This will probably be removed once we get some mass in this box down here. Okay? That looks good.
And of course, my mom's got the same treatment. She's actually going to be gone for the next couple weeks, so I will be foster parent to these bees as well.
Alright. Well, thanks for watching. That's the bees all set up. I'll keep you updated on how they do. But, I think we're pretty good. But we'll find out in a week or so. See you then.